Order. Question number 2, Nuk Korako.
Mauri ora, e te mana whakawa. My question is to the Minister of Finance. What reports has he received on the economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Mr Speaker, earlier today, Statistics New Zealand released the GDP for the March 2016 quarter, confirming New Zealand is heading in the right direction. You always have to be a bit careful with quarterly numbers because they can be unpredictably up or down. However, looking back over the year to March, the New Zealand economy has grown at 2.8%. The March quarter result was at the top end of market expectations. Growth was broad-based, with 12 of the 16 industry sectors growing in the March quarter and 13 of the 16 industry sectors growing through the year, consistent with the ongoing diversification of the New Zealand economy.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Nuk Korako.
What were the main drivers of growth in the economy in the year to March?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the main drivers include the construction sector. We're building more houses, in fact a 3.9% increase for the year, way ahead of the average for GDP, with strong compound growth in the construction sector. Business services and retail, trade and accommodation also increased solidly. Tourism was a major contributor. Well, the GDP figures rebut the opposition's assertion that no new houses are being built. In fact, there is a, by any measure, rapid increase in supply. Of course, supply needs to increase more rapidly.
Supplementary question, Grant Robertson.
Has the Minister seen any reports about the fact that the economy has delivered an increase in homelessness in the largest cities in New Zealand and has delivered to an 11-year-old girl who only wants to do her homework the prospect of living in a car with 6 other people? And when will he stop being so arrogant about the economy?
The last part is not necessary. The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, I can assure the member that we will not be exploiting the complexity and vulnerability of that child and her family. And the member, before he raises that issue publicly, ought to go and consult with the family to ensure that this is what they want for their child.
Not telling the supplementary.
Order. Order. Supplementary question, Nuk Korako.
How does New Zealand's growth rate compare to other OECD countries?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, the growth figures, 2.8% for the year, is in the context of many developed countries struggling in a low growth environment. New Zealand's 2.8% puts New Zealand in the top 10 in the OECD, compared with 2% in the UK and the US, 1.7% in the euro area, 1.1% in Canada, and zero growth in Japan. So our growth would be described as moderate, but it is better than a number of the large developed economies.
Supplementary.
Supplementary question, Nuk Korako.
What are the various forecasts he has seen for the economic outlook for the New Zealand economy?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr Speaker, given global uncertainties, the highest profile of which in the next few weeks is the possibility of Britain exiting the European Union, we see reasonably consistent outlook. The Treasury is forecasting 2.8% growth for the next 4 years. The Reserve Bank forecasts 2.8% for the next 3 years. NZIER forecasts an average of 2.9% over the next 4 years, and the general consensus in the market showed growth of 2.7% over the next 3 years. What we're looking for and what the economy is delivering is moderate, consistent growth, but of course it's at risk if the global circumstances change.
Supplementary question, Right Honourable Winston Peters.
Minister, if the economy was going so well, why does he have to get up and try and convince his backbench of that when we all know it's turning to crap?
The Honourable Bill English.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it's not a matter of persuading our backbench. It's a matter of all those people stopping at the NZ First stand at the field days, persuading that member that the economy is going okay. And I suspect actually he was listening to the thousands of people at the field days who were telling him it's going okay.
Question number 3.